Amelia and the Goddess of Anzolia. There once was a ship called the Rose Madeline. This ship was sailed by an adventurer that went by the name of Captain Amelia Grimheart. Amelia and her crew sailed everywhere, the north, the east, the south and the west. One day Tim, the captain's first mate, was up in the crow's nest when he spotted a curious island on the horizon and climbed down to tell Amelia. Amelia looked through her spyglass to study the island. "The island has green smoke rising from the volcano. I have a feeling I know what it is called," she told her friend. "Legend has it that there is an island called Anzolia, one that smokes green smoke from its only mountain, and all that visit are never to be seen again." Tim, not believing the legend, or that there was anything dangerous, insisted on visiting the island. The captain caved, and gathering two of the best from her crew, Tim and Dave, who was the captain's bodyguard and the ship's strongman, left in the rowboat to scout the island. It didn't take long for the three of them to dock at the shore of Anzolia. When Amelia set foot on the sand, a sense of foreboding blanketed her, and she couldn't help but frown at the bad feeling. The air was still, and a light but thick fog rolled around their ankles. The fog was not white or grey, but green, which made Tim double take when he noticed it. Ignoring the unsettling feeling that had descended on the three of them, Amelia led them through the forest, keeping a watchful eye on their surroundings. What seemed like hours later, the captain and her crew members stepped out onto a clearing at the base of the volcanic mountain. It had started to grow dark, the sun having already been on the brink of setting when they set out. Tim quickly collected everything that was needed to make a torch and passed it to his captain after lighting it. Deciding that it wasn't safe to wander in the dark, Amelia spotted a cave and led her crew members inside. They followed the narrow path, the torch flickering on the wall, hoping to find a place which was wider, not being able to sleep in such a narrow place. After a few moments of walking, they finally stepped out into a large cavern, the walls littered in ancient ruins and artwork. At the far end of the vast semicircular cave stood a large statue of a sitting woman. The statue itself was carved deep into the wall, and in her hand she held a colourful, yet rather large, dream catcher. While they were studying the cave in awe, a large gust of wind blew past them, blowing out their torch. Just as suddenly, several large fire pits lit up around the room. The dream catcher started to glow a menacing neon green, and the same mist that had followed them outside started to fill up the cave. "So, you not only trespass on my land, but you decide to wander into my throne room as well?" A calm yet cold female voice filled the cave. It seemed to come from all around them. The mist stirred and started to swirl, rising up to the ceiling of the cavern and forming a standing duplicate of the statue of the woman. "I have watched you since you stepped foot on my island. I am Aroa, goddess of Anzolia. I reside in the island, and everything on the island is my slave. And for your insolence, your soul shall serve me for all eternity. Like every one of you incompetent and ignorant baboons that set foot on my shore before you." Aroa's voice rose, becoming louder. "Guards! Kill them! Kill them all!" She ordered to what seemed like no one, only to realize what danger they were in when ghosts came through the walls, swords at the ready, surrounding the crew. For you can't kill what was already dead. Knowing that they needed to get out of there, Amelia spun around and shoved the other two men back down the dark, narrow path as fast as they could go and back out into the clearing. Thankfully, out there the moon was bright and lit the way as they ran into the forest and away from the mountain towards the shore, ghosts hot on their heels. They were forced to stop many times, fighting off the ghosts as they swiped at them with their very real and very sharp blades. Tim and Amelia were using their own swords, pushing the ghosts away, while David, who preferred to use his axe, was helping to clear a path. Finally, they escaped the forest and clambered into the rowboat, pushing it out to sea. Once in the deeper waters, they paused looking back, only to find that the ghosts were no longer following them. Seemingly, the ghosts could not travel over water. They noticed dark green, almost black clouds of smoke rising from the volcanic mountain, almost as if showing the island goddess's anger at the captain and her crew members for escaping her wrath. Amelia ignored it and ordered them back to the ship post-haste, thankful to be alive and knowing that she should definitely be more cautious of islands that are mentioned in legends in the future.